Hello everyone, it's Tilly from Tilly Journals. Welcome back to my channel. I'm here to plan the week of the 17th of January in my 7x9 vertical planner, memory planner, using freebies, PR freebies from Plannerface. These are old ones. So we've got Natalie's, one of mine, one of Lily's, another one of mine, another one of Lily's, another one of Natalie's, Diana's and Kat's. And I've chosen those ones because they made the best actual rainbow. I've got these two washies, both from Simply Gilded. I've got some rainbow foil from my shop, two different varieties, and then I have my stickers all pulled out in my Plannerface reusable sticker album. I obviously do PR for Plannerface, so I get a discount for promoting her stickers. It's just, I have to say that this is an ad, and without any further ado, let's get the base of this spread going. Okay, so whilst I'm popping down the base, I'm going to talk about a quite recent post from Everyday Racism, which was 10 everyday racist comments that have been normalised. Number 1, my delivery guy is black, but he's really nice. This translates as your perceived race is the most obvious determining factor about you because you're not white. The but also infers this guy is an exception. You must learn when it is and when it isn't appropriate to refer to someone's skin colour. Number 2. Do you have a nickname or shortened version? Translates as, I can't be bothered to learn how to pronounce your name and I don't place enough value on your name to try. Number 3. Where are you from? No, where are you really from? Translates as, you can't be from the country we're in because you're not white. Your first answer did not satisfy me. Number 4. When I look at you, I don't see colour. Translates as, I'm uncomfortable talking about race and I think it's a compliment to pretend I don't notice your race. Number 5. I'm almost dark as you are. Translates as, I'm reducing your lived experience as a black person or person of colour by comparing it to my holiday tan. Ooh. Number 6. You don't look blank, insert race. Translates as, you don't look like my perceived notions about how people of a certain racial background should look. Number 7. Wow, you speak really well. Translates as, I'm surprised. My assumption was that you wouldn't be articulate. I didn't think you would be able to speak like this because you're not white. Number 8. I haven't got a racist bone in my body. Translates as, I'm not willing to integrate my prejudice and do not want to face my biases. Number 9. I believe the most qualified person should get the job and everyone can succeed in this society if they work hard enough. Translates as, black people and people of colour are lazy and or unskilled and need to work harder. I don't agree that black people or people of colour experience work-related disadvantages because of their race. I think I've missed off number 10 in my screenshotting. What I do is I screenshot a load of things. But anyway, those points cover it pretty well. So I don't think I need number 10 anyway. But just, you need to think about things that have become so normalised that they are still racist. Just because something is the norm, it doesn't mean it's not racist. And we do definitely need to keep thinking about that and keep thinking about how we can challenge these beliefs. Okay, so that is the very colourful base all down. I haven't gone through and put anything, any of the 4 boxes down because we'll go day by day and do that because I'm just going to pull out the one sticker for the day and just go through and plan it. I do also have to the side, and I will only use if I need to, my sticker album of functionals, and we'll pull in anything we need to and just turn into the yellow page for this first one. I do also have my day extenders that I don't have very many at the moment. In fact, I don't think I have any 4-box day extenders, so if I need some of those I might have to pause and cut some. But for now, let's just zoom into the first half of the week. Okay, so this is the little freebie we are working with. And the 4-box will go at the bottom of this day, popping one in. I don't have very many foiled functionals or anything like that. I just got 2, so I don't really know how that's going to work, and they're mostly blue, so I'd kind of rather use them on the blue day, but we'll see where we get to. I do also have actually this piece of rainbow washi which we might use as a filler at some point, or yeah, I don't know, but anyway, we've got those as well, so I've just popped those off to the side. Oh, there we go. Okay, so I just finished, so the first day I'm marking in is work, and I just finished a night shift, so I feel like that can be nice and small. And then we played some CSGO. These spreads are always a little bit no white spacey, or like minimal white space. Then I pulled stickers, which I think I might just pop some things just on their own. So let's just actually pop things in as we go along. So this was for finishing my night shift. In fact, I think I might have been off work most of this week. Then for playing CSGO, I've got a little laptop. Then for pulling stickers, I've just got some stickers, and then I have a pull stickers script from here to layer with it, which I think is quite cute. Next we did tidying, I think. So I'm going to pull in this flag for that. I'm basically going to use up the freebie, and then after that pull in any other functionals I need. So for tidying, I do just have this little tidy thing, and then I wrote the birthday cards for the next like chunk of time. Then I made a list of like the important people in my life, and that just wants something quite little, so I'd quite like a little thing, or yeah, this will do, a small appointment label for that. I didn't want to use the half box that I still have left, so got that there. That for the writing the friends list. Then I worked on my bookkeeping. Let's pull in a flag for that, for my bookkeeping. I want to make sure I've got space. Then I've got my half box. Then we're going to pop the full box in at the bottom, which is the last sticker off here, just to see how much space we have left. And in this space we're going to fit whatever will fit, which I think is probably like a little-ish thing it's sized. Don't really have that many little-ish sized things. I do have this appointment label, though it could do with being a tiny bit thicker than that. I've got this quarter box, which I'm not really sure where it's from, but it's the right size for the gap, so we're going to use that. So yeah, this was for my doing my Tilly Journals bookkeeping. Rangers, I don't have any Ranger scripts in this foil, so that's fine. And then for watching TV, I've got that, and there is a watch TV script on there. Beautiful. So I only have the snuggle time and the go for a walk, both of which I'm going to pop into my reusable sticker album for a later date, because they're scripts I will eventually use. So on to Tuesday. Tuesday is this light yellow, and there's a similar number of things to mark, so I think we'll be fine without a extender. So we're going to pop the full box straight in. And then I'm onto my phone because I was bad at keeping up with memory notes, so yeah. So my memory notes are just in a note on my phone. I need to stop my phone going to sleep actually. So I've just changed the sleep to 10 minutes of inactivity, so hopefully that will be enough. So the first thing I did was my morning routine, which I think the little thing will work perfectly for. Then I carried on with the bookkeeping, which took way longer than I wanted it to really, but let's use the flag for that. If I pulled in any other icons and one of these works, I think I'm probably going to use it, so like that book probably works well. Then we measured up the our guest bedroom, which I'd quite like to use a smaller block than I have. That one's probably a bit too small for my liking, but it's probably the best bet. I don't have that much in yellow functionals. That one might work actually, or is that too dark still? That'll be okay because I'm going to cover that icon up, the thingy up. So that's for measuring up the room. And then we went shopping. Yeah, and it was quite frustrating because we couldn't find anything that we wanted. So let's just pop in the icons for these things so far. So this was for my morning routine, and then I've pulled that in for bookkeeping. That's for measuring up the room. Then we went shopping. That would be better at the other side. But I do have some shopping scripts actually, so let's find one of those in a minute. And for it being frustrating, I have this here. We got a Nando's, which is what I'm going to use this tiny slip for. And I'm actually going to use the toaster, although it wasn't like, yeah. Then I got annoyed in Nando's because of so she ordered chips, not peri salted chips. To be fair to him, I hadn't specified I wanted peri salted chips, but I didn't think I needed to. Like, to me, in Nando's you don't get anything other than peri salted chips. But anyway, I got annoyed. Which I know is stupid, but I did, and it happened. So it is what it is. Then it was guides, where we did some cooking. And there's one more thing to mark in. So I'm going to see if I can squeeze these up a tiny, tiny bit, because there are some biggish gaps between things nearer the top, to fit that squared off box in, because I don't have any more half boxes in the right shade of yellow. But I only need like another millimetre or two of space. That's still a bit of a big gap, but I'm sure it'll be fine. I was struggling to get that down straight, so I'm just going to squidge all of these up. Luckily these are all on removable mat, so it's quite easy to do so. There we go. Then if this fits in, yeah, that fits in much better. Then we just need a tiny box for the bottom. Things are falling out. I don't really have anything really tiny in the light yellow. I think this will have to do. It's a little bit darker than I'd like, but I'm sure it's fine. There. So yeah, as I was saying, I've said about the Nando's, and this is me being salty about the Nando's peri salted chips. Then it was guides, and we did cooking at guides. So we've got a cook script, and then I'll write guides above it. And then we were looking at curtain fabrics last thing, and that is Tuesday. On to Wednesday, which is when I may start, the next 3 days is when I may put in some of those for the functionals I mentioned about. Wednesday, again, it started off with my morning routine, which I could put in the little planner card, but I think I'm not going to. But I was having a bit of a struggle that day. I wasn't feeling too great. So I've got a flag to mark that I was in my head. Then I tried to print dividers, but it didn't go very well. I couldn't focus really. So I just want something littleish to mark that in. There's a more bluey teal. Just trying to find a matching teal, which may be difficult. I want something littler than what I've got. This colour matches quite well. So we've got that there to mark attempting to print dividers. Then I want to use the half box to mark in BT being absolutely shit about our contract. So we upgraded our BT contract in December. They put it through as more than the amount we agreed to, and more the amount we'd been offered in 2 different places, so both online and on the phone. We rang them the next day. They didn't change it, despite saying they would. They promised they would. We then rang them again. They still refused to change it and said they'd listened to the call to check we had been offered that price. Nothing got changed. We rang again. They said, I can't remember, but this time when we rang, they basically said, it clearly says on the call log that we agreed to change it. That might have been this day actually. So I'll speak to my manager and see what we can get sorted. They'll call you back tomorrow. They didn't call us back. So we called them again this day. And they were like, yeah, we're not changing it. We can't offer you that price. So yeah, that went well. So that's they then told us to report it to Ofcom. So we did. I've not got very much space, so I feel like this day is definitely going to need some sort of extender, but we'll deal with that as we go along. Next up, I'm going to mark in that I felt like shit because of that whole situation. So I went for a lie down. So we need to find another box in the right sort of colour. This one matches quite well. We're going to cover up the gold, don't worry. Though actually it's a see-through icon, so not that one. This one will work. Just there. Having a nap. Then I played some simmies. And again, so all I'm doing to try and colour match this is like running it against these. I kind of want a third box for the Sims. This one matches quite well, I think. It's a bit too blue, but I think it's the closest we're going to get in a third box. So we're going to use that. There. And then we just need to work out how much of a extender we need. Is a half box extender going to be enough? I think probably the answer is yes, but I'm not 100% sure. We'll see. So for playing Sims, I just have a black Play Sims script. I made myself, so the full box is going to fill the majority of the rest of that space with a tiny bit of extra. So I reckon a half box will easily be enough. So let's pull in a half box day extender, which are here. But I want a flat one, so that it takes up less room. So what I do with these is I fold them. Just dropping everything on the floor, but it's kind of okay. Fold them here, and then line the full box up on them. Preferably not as wonky as I have for that one. And sometimes if I do that and I fucked it up, what I do is I turn over the half box day extender because it sits better. So what I do is I put the corner to the corner and then try and line up one of the sides. But I can't do it today. Ugh. Right, I'm going to do it off camera just because I feel like the pressure is getting to me. So I lined it up nearly perfectly immediately off screen, but I'd folded it the wrong way. So that was the thing. What we're going to do is pop this down, and we're just going to spread everything out so that there's not a little gap there as there is at the moment, because I think if we just spread everything out a bit better, it'll be fine. So that we don't have to put something half on that day extender and half not. How many more things have I got to mark? I don't know. So just moving these all down a smidge to create slightly bigger gaps between each thing. We probably won't have to go all the way up to the top. We just want to create slightly bigger gaps. I always love how these look, although there's like mostly no white space. Or like very little white space. Then the stickers aren't like literally touching, but they are very little white space. I still always love how they look. I think they're stunning, even though I prefer generally a bit more white space than is in them. That's kind of fine. There we go. That's all that done. And then we have this half box day extender, and we still have what? 3 things to mark in, and the first one is like half box worthy, so we're just looking for a matching half box. We don't really have colour to compare. None of the ones in there are suitable. Let's have a quick look in green. Is that suitable? probably the best we got. So I'll just check that it fits there. It's slightly too tall. Oh, it looks really off next to that. What this glitter one, that works. Yeah, that's better. I'm going to use that glitter one there. And then we got the little appointment label for the very bottom. And then we just need another sort of label sized thing. Or we could actually, nah. Actually, what we're going to do is we're just going to put, yeah, we're going to put this thing on an icon and have the thing above it free floating, and that will be fine. So we're going to mark in at my date night with Soshi, where we played lots of video games. I think this is when we started playing It Takes Two. I've just got a video games script and two little cats playing video games. That should really have gone underneath, but it didn't. And I don't know what this is in to mark, but it's there. So that's there. So that is the first half of the week. Whew, that was hard work, and I don't know why. Was there anything I could switch for these? Not really. No, so I'll just keep those icons off to the side. So yeah, let's turn over and look at the second half of the week. Okay, on to Thursday the 20th. First things first, I did my morning routine, and I've actually got lazy morning strips, so I think I'm going to just pop this in with the lazy morning script for my morning routine, even though that's not quite true. Then BT, because we've put the Ofcom complaint in, finally phoned with a offer. We were advised to put the Ofcom complaint in. We wouldn't have put it in that early otherwise, but we were advised to. So we did. So that's there. Then I filmed like one video, but I think I don't mark in filming again. So I think I might use a bigger box than it kind of possibly deserves there for filming, because I did film more later in the day. So that's for filming. Then I did a load of design work, which I think I'm going to use the foiled hexagon that I said I had a few layering icons from in, just to create a tiny bit more white space with a design script. Then I worked on orders, so I'm going to use the half box. I think I need to put in the full box at the bottom of the day, because I've only got 3 more things to mark and I want to make sure I fill up the space. 2 more things to mark, so I think things are going to have to be spread out a bit more. So I'm going to pull this up and put this in, and then we'll spread everything out a little bit to try and fill the space a bit better. Just have slightly bigger gaps between everything, and I think it'll look okay. It won't be like perfect, but it'll be fine, I think. And I'll tell you what those things are for in a second once I've finished spreading out slightly more. I think it's going to still be a little bit gappy, so maybe I should have used that bit of foil I had, but I'm sure it's fine. Let's go, just pull things up again, just try and balance it so it doesn't look silly with the big gaps, but so it looks full as well. So nice like chunky gaps but not huge is what I'm kind of going for, if you see what I mean. Decent sized gaps but not like, oh my god, there's nothing there. Does that make sense? I hope so. I'm not sure it does, but it does to me, so it's fine. So that is all of the boxes in. So let's go back through and put the things in. So this was working, I know what I could have done. I could have put this at the top. I might do that actually. Then put orders like that. Then these can take up a little bit less space and it'll look less ridiculous, I think. We don't need a ton more space, but just a bit more than we've got. Put that down straight. Beautiful, much better. Fabulous, fantastic. So then we were doing Wedding Wednesday and I was drawing something for our invite that I've been drawing for ages. And I'm just marking in that I finally finished it on this day, which was very exciting. So that is that of that freebie. On to the next day, which is Natalie's other freebie and my sort of indigo day. So that's there, the full box in. We slept in a bit on this day. So that's going in there. Then I had my long day at work, which is deserving of a half box, I think. So that's for sleeping in, long day at work. Then I'm going to mark in that I helped with the gynecology list because there was nothing going on in acutes. Then BT hadn't moved from their previous offer, which wasn't great to us because of the amount of faff we'd had with it. Then we had something interesting happen with a patient that came to theatre that ended up not happening. So let's just pop these things in. That's for helping with the gynae list, annoyance at BT, and what was I going to say? What did I say? The patient that was probably shouldn't have come to theatre. Then I'm going to mark in that I was struggling to focus. I'm going to mark that I was annoyed at BT. So I think I'm going to use one of these flags for that. No, not the right shade of blue. It's like more this shade of blue, isn't it? Yeah, that's a good one. And then the last thing is that... Oh no, that was the... Yeah, that's for annoyed about BT. I've got 2 more things to mark, so I need one more out of the box. I was just baffling myself then for a minute. That the right sort of shade? No. It's this sort of shade. That'll do. I think. It's quite a lot of space though. We'll see. So that was for buying things for our wedding invites. And then when I got home we watched some TV. That works, doesn't it? Yeah. Sum to that a bit better. So for the buying things for our wedding invites, just got a little money icon, and then a TV for watching TV at home when I got home from work. And that is Friday, and I've got loads of boxes left. In fact, I'm going to replace this money icon here with a little, that one. Beautiful. So on to Saturday, which is the first of our purple days, and is this icon, this sheet here. So again, I lay in the morning, and then I had work again. I'm going to use this half box, but we are going to need to put in another half box later in the day, I can tell you now. Then we did a relatively big operation at work. Then we debated about I think we're going to need a extender again, but I'm just going to pop the full box in for now anyway. Right, and I'm losing the track, so I need to pop that in. So by the way, sorry, my phone is on vibrate. It isn't normally, but I had it on last night, so I woke up if somebody rang me because something was going on for somebody. I wanted to be available if they needed me. So yeah, so that is for the laparotomy. Then we sat and debated about orthopaedic cases for absolute days. God, it was endless. It really was. So this sticker does not want to stay stuck. I'm just going to turn to the purple page, and I want as pale purple as possible, really. For debating ortho cases, I don't want it to be that big either. So I want like a, that'll do. debating about orthopedic cases. I think that's what that's for. And then I was working on my portfolio, which can go in next. Then the other thing I want a half box for is that I really badly burnt my hand. And I mean really badly. I don't know whether you can still see on camera. You can definitely still see some of the dry, dead skin still from where blisters were. And here, it was not ideal. But yeah, so I burnt my hand very, very, very badly that day. I have a box here I want to use, but it is stuck to my tab because of how my tabs work. I've got a nice half box in there for burning my hand, and for that I've got Y-O-Y. And then that was so painful I actually cried with pain, which is not ideal really. And that's going to be all we fit in on the main body of this spread. Is that really the best purple half box I have? It really is. Why do I not have more purple stuff? I feel like purple is a proper common colour as well. Do I have one? I do. I think I might use this instead. If I can get this Once More with Love Munchkin off without destroying the sticker, which I can, I'm going to use a squared off box instead because it matches, the colour matches better. Beautiful. There we go. And then we're just going to spread everything out because we're going to pop in another half box day extender to finish off the day. I only have another 3 things to mark, and I think I'm going to have to put them out of order, but it's fine. So we need another half box of day extender. Sorry, I've walked the page into wonky again. Yeah, so another half box day extender, and I want another flat one. And we're going to fold the day extender upwards, grab this sticker, and then I'll try and do this on camera. So again, I just line up that first corner, then line up along the side, and that one went much better. And then it just goes back in the planner like that. And then we probably, so sorry, that was for we went down to A&E. They made me go to A&E, and then somebody from work actually drove me home, which was really, really kind of them because I live like a bit out on the sticks, so it was very out of their way, so it was really generous of them to actually drive me home. So I'm going to pop that in a third box at the bottom here, and then I need 2 littleish things above that. I'm going to use this paint. Oh no, the paint swatch is a bit pink compared to the other purples. So I've got another quarter box for Dahlia driving me home, and then my hand was really sore, so I'm marking that in. So for Dahlia driving me home, bless her, I have this car, and then for my hand being sore, I've used this paw because like paws are like pet hands. And then my parents popped over. They were actually out. They went to see Kaylee that we were debating booking for our wedding. So they'd gone to see them, which is why they couldn't come and pick me up. But yeah, that is that day. Then last but not least, we have Sunday. And I ended up not going into work. Well, no, I was informed I could not come into work on this day. So the first thing I'm going to mark in is lying in and having the day off. I think I'm going to use, generally we're going to use darker purple on this day so it looks different. So I've got this here, and a day off script. And then we did planner orders, and Soch helped me for the day because I really, really needed the help because of my hand. It was very sore. So got a little book to mark in that it was planner orders, and then we've got orders with Soch there. Then just checking. Did the dividers, print and coiled planners, packaged them up, then package them up, then we watched quite a lot of House, and I want like a darker purple but not super dark. It's gotta be in that colour family as well. No, that's too blue. So that's for watching. Actually, we'll use that for organising stickers. And then for watching House, this will work nicely. So we just need to spread things out a little bit again on that day, and that will be it. Somehow I have managed this spread. I have no idea how long this is. I think it's a little bit longer than my normal videos because I have been pulling stickers as I go, like the functionals, rather than pulling them out first, which is what I normally do on these spreads. But because I already had like a small selection to choose from rather than a whole kit, it's quicker to kind of pull them out, so it didn't feel like a big deal to pull them as I went. I would like to get that centered properly. There we go. So yeah, cutting dividers, coiling and punching planners, packaging the planners up, watching House, and then I think actually what I'm going to do is switch these over, put the little sticker in there, and then the organised sticker script at the other side. I think that looks better than it would have done. But preferably I need to get that in the right place. There we go, that looks much better. And in fact there was an organised sticker script on there, but it's fine. I feel like there was an In My Feelings I wanted somewhere else. And in fact, I'm just going to go through and put in any scripts that I found. So there is a family time that can go on here. When was I in my feelings? I feel like it was Wednesday. No, it's Tuesday. Yeah, Wednesday. Organised stickers, don't want. What were the other scripts? Chill and memory plan. Is there anywhere I put plan? I don't know. 21st in the evening. I didn't. So memory plan might be able to use. We're going to keep that on my finger. There is a binge watch and a gaming. We should also probably be able to pull in somewhere. So yeah, let's just have a nosy at the spread, or I'm going to keep these to the side while I write everything in. So anyway, for now, let's just open her up and see where we're at. So yeah, that is the full spread. Just to show you what's left in the, I say kit, the things I used, I will probably just pull off most of these stickers to pop in my reusable sticker album, the icons and stuff, and then that will be it. So now I'm just going to go through and write everything in. So whilst I'm writing everything in, it's time for our weekly check-in. How are you all doing? I feel like I'm doing a bit better this week than I have been. I have had the week off work, so it's been a bit like doing lots of wedding planning, all sorts of things. Yeah. I don't really know what else to say. I feel like I'm doing a bit better having had a week off work. I feel like that's probably going to go as soon as I'm back at work, which is tomorrow at the filming of this video. But we'll see. Hopefully it will be okay. And obviously I had a lot this week that you were watching off me plan off as well. So yeah, all in all, not too bad, but yeah. Okay, Coke. So there we have it. I really love how this came together. Like, it might be one of my favourite spreads. I really love it. I have 2 4-box overlays to put on. One of them is obviously going to go over this box here. And I feel like I might not actually include the other one because it's quite heavy foil. So I might just pop that to destash. So actually, yeah, so there is the finished spread. Comment like down below if you enjoyed it. Do you ever use your PR freebies to do a spread like this? If you do, drop it down below because I love to see them. Thank you for watching and I hope to see you in my next video. Bye!